But of course, welcoming you once from that music break. I've seen that music has become the most easiest job ever. Why am I saying the most easiest? Because I think when it comes to music, the biggest role is being played by the producer. As far as I'm concerned, the biggest role is being played by the producer. Why am I saying that? Because listen to the songs itself, the current songs that we have, when the song is playing, you see, far. It's just only the the producer does a lot of work in the music of late that I've seen, because you find guys, somebody's having an introduction, somebody comes with a chorus, and introduces him or herself. He comes to the verse, sing maybe one or one and a half verse, and then the music is done. The rest of the things is left for the producer to do his own thing. But now, that's why I'm saying music has become something very, very easy. Meaning that even if you're walking, your footsteps alone, the footsteps that you're making, like ta, 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 ta. The producer can mean to fix, some other, his own logic in that. Before you know it, you are now doing the right thing that is supposed to be done. Because now, just music has become the most easiest, and that's all what I can tell you, because there are so many. We have been listening to so many type of music, but when you listen to the music, you find out that the biggest job is always the producer is doing the biggest one, playing the beat, arranging music itself, working on the sound. A lot of the job is being done by the producer. So music is the easiest. So guys, that's why you see, I believe that is the reason as why you find out that in a week, an artist is coming up with 2 or 3 songs. For example, the likes of Baby Junior, the Baby Junior, the Andona 256, and I believe that D1 Cabana also has a lot, because when you listen, when these things are done, you find out that most especially somebody gives when the vibe, because of late artists, they always talk about the vibe. They talk about the vibe. When the vibe happens to come around, I don't know where the vibe comes from. So when they're ready on the when they're in the vibe, what they do, they just go and compose music. And the last time I was with one of the artists, that is Andona 256, and what he was doing, he showed to me clearly that music is not a difficult thing, but it needs a real thinker. Some people think deep. Like when you're coming to compose a song, maybe you are trying to relate to the women who are suffering in the market. So what are those things? It's all about doing the research. What are those things that the women they pass through when they're selling their things in the market, and on their way, when they are coming back, what means of transport? Maybe take for example transport. What means do they use? What means do they use to make sure that they get there? So these are the things that sometimes I always tell people that it's all about being creative. The creativity, you being creative and you think. That's why I say it's about the deep thinker. Somebody who think deep, but not only thinking deep and you end up giving us something that can only stay for 2 days. That is not deep thinker. So definitely music is one of the easiest job to the musicians out there. I don't think is the toughest job. So this year generally, we're gonna be expecting a lot, because when you look at last year, I remember last year we wanted to do the yearly roundup, where we're gonna be looking at the artists and how many music they have released, all the videos. But of course we didn't do it for a reason. a reason best known by some individual and I, because we wanted to clarify and break it down, generally breaking down the music itself. So we found out that it was really not appropriate. Maybe if all goes well, maybe this year we're gonna be having the roundup of that big one, because we have already started noting down the most active, the people who are so active in that. We have started noting down, because this year, as far as I'm concerned, we have some video, so many things, so many projects from Gulu side. The Northern Uganda guys are not sleeping, and that's exactly what we expect in the music industry. Kassid Puma, and of course, Kassid Puma, lady herself, a best girl, they are shooting up a video. And of course, one of the they are shooting up a video, meaning that it doesn't have the owner. Yeah, so the video, people should be expecting the video very soon. The video will be out. That is for Kassid Puma and best girl. And then for the rest of you who are still in the version of doing something, Arua guys, when it comes to video, my brothers, Arua guys, when it comes to video, they are seriously sleeping. That's what I can tell you. Yeah, Arua guys, when it comes to video, they are seriously sleeping. I don't know what they are doing, but of course, if all goes well, I don't know what we are going to be discussing about this year at the end of the year, because we want to be combining, combining the videos, that these guys they will be doing this very particular year. Already, Andona has one. Andona already has one video, and I believe that today we're gonna have time to play that video. Baka voti bebo. I promised you yesterday that if we didn't play it yesterday, today we're gonna be having that playing section where we're gonna be playing those new videos. Some new videos from Gulu side, and I've seen this guy Kamu also has a new jam. He has a video, and he also has a new jam that he has worked upon. But of course, he's just waiting to pop up. Just pop it up. So our guys in Arua, generally West Nile, I can't talk about West Nile because there are guys who are doing a lot of music. There are so many guys who are also doing music video. We have the Aluru guys. They're really, really seriously. Then there's a song of Maya Keys and my guy, that is Ice-T-Vo, the hero. There's a song that they released. There's a collab of Maya Keys and Ice-T, out of which the video they were supposed to shoot the video last year, but because Maya Keys had some complications. She had some complication where she was operated, minor operation. So with the operation, the doctor did say something, did advise them that with the operation, Maya Keys is a vibrant girl. She won't just sit and sing in the video. She's a lady who wants to express her joy, the bolts, yeah. She's one kind of a lady when even if the music does not need that type of much energy into the dancing, she's one kind of a girl who likes putting too much energy when it comes to dancing. So the video probably beginning of next month, that is Feb, before Valentine 14th, I believe that the video will be out, because as it stands right now, according to one of the guys who is in that camp, told me that she's coping up. She's now well, of which she can also, because of that same thing, because of that same operation, her end of the year, around very many shows, because she could not go and perform, and performed for the fans because of that. But I love the fact that the promoter understood her, and the fans also at the same time when Stanley openly came up and apologized to the fans. Their response was not that bad. The only thing that Maya Keys went through a lot last year, but I believe that this year should be a good year for her. Our concert flopped. The 5 years of Maya Keys in Nebi flopped. It didn't go well completely, because I was on the ground. It didn't go well for her. Then the next thing, this other minor operation coming in, also stopping her from performing. But because the 8 shows would have gapped up the expenses that she took when she was working on the, on our, of course, like I did say it yesterday, that you see God has his own plan. God will plan, and you also plan your own. God will also has his own plan, but he knows how to equalize it. God knows how to give an equalizer in each and every single thing, that may be the negative bit that he has done in your life or the positive one that he did in your life. He knows how to balance all those things. So this year, I believe that it's going to be one of the most vibrant year to the lady herself, that is Maya Keys. And a lady promised me, but of course, Lindsay, Lindsay the Black Mama. Lindsay the Black Mama promised me that this year is going to be one of my biggest year. She is going to shine this year. That is the promise that she gave me. But as we speak, and I believe that maybe she's on her way traveling back to West Nile, generally Arua in particular, because she has been in Germany. She's doing a lot of collaboration. She has a new collaboration with Andona 256, which is still in the studio. Of course, I believe that this very particular week, the demo is already out, and I believe that this very particular week they will be finalizing that. And according to me myself, from what I've observed and from what I had from the demo, it's gonna be one of the biggest jam this year. The start of the year, Andona is gonna steal the show. In the start of the year, I don't know, because he has planned to drop something like 4 jams this very particular show. Out of the 4, the first one that I've seen, and said 4 jams and 4 videos, of which the first video is already out. That is Baka Voti Bebo is already out. And then Chobo is in the process. Joshman Perfection is really seriously working on it. Before Chobo will be out, the audio will be out, and the video itself, I believe that immediately after the audio is released, the video will be will be also out as soon as the audio is released. James Sisu remains my name, and of course, you are watching Western Times, the channel 477, and on Zuku Satellite, we are on channel 0073, Azam TV, channel 369, and you can as well catch up with us on YouTube. Same, just type Western Television, Facebook, TikTok. We are always there for you, our fans and friends who are out there. Let's go for the music break, and when we bounce back, we're going to be giving you some new jams. And of course, among us, the new jam, we're going to be having Baka Voti Bebo, because today, I don't know whether it's going to be the last day of voting, but the voting has been going on. The councillors, the city mayors, people voted today. Even me personally, for the first time, I voted today, but of course, they said vote. I can't really disclose who, but I know the person that I voted. Maybe tomorrow after declaring the winner, because I know as we speak right now, they're reading the votes. Before you know it, in the evening hours, the results will be out. But for now, let's first for the music break, and when we bounce back, keep it on Western Television. Rachel Ray, Easy the lyrical, Robert Dava the legend, and of course with the Tutandi K, beautiful jam right in there. James remains my name, the only guy that speaks in capital letter. But of course, you are watching Western Television as usual. We always make sure that we break it. But of course, the only news that is circulating right now is about the Bobby disappearing and being looked for. But of course, those are politics. Though the politics still ongoing, we have the division mayors that they are ongoing for their election that yesterday. But of course, that is Boss Miko team, Lucky Boss Miko team campaigning for Abe. Campaigning for Abe. And of course, yesterday, the campaign ended yesterday. But of course, these guys, the campaigning up tonight. Abe, I love the fact that Abe, Tidanamo, me generally, it's not only that I knew Abe some years back, but I believe that she has that also, she has that mentality. She has that quality of a leader. Leaders are always born. Leaders are not got in school, yeah? never go to school and become a leader. Leaders are always given, when somebody is growing up, you will definitely know that this person in future might be this and this type of a person. So when it comes to politics, people think, we have seen so many people who have joined politics. We have the artists, we have so many entertainers who have joined politics, and they didn't really go through. One of them, we have Monopoly, the bad character, and many more, who contested, but of course, all in all, it didn't go well for them. But that's why I was like saying, you see, it's good to try. But for me, Monopoly, the bad character, I will give him a round of applause because he has already surfaced. He has showed his face, and people have already known his interest. As much as you need to go back on a drawing board and learn from the elders, the elders, go and get some tips from the elders so that the next time he will be coming in, he will be coming when he is well backed up with some kind of advice from the elders. They will be telling him, showing him the loopholes, where he's supposed to touch and where he's not supposed to touch. That is for the bad character, Monopoly, the bad character. Then also Bosmic or team failing as the primary election. Me, I thought that this guy was still going to contest, on an independent ticket, but he did well also. He did not, but instead, he started supporting the people, who went through. He started supporting. That is one of the good things that Lucky Bosmic or team has ever done last year, toward the end of last year. That is the only thing that, according to me, because when you look at Bosmic socials, it was full of attack, oh, this one did this one did that. I think that was the second thing that he did last year. The first one was when he organized a fight between Gino, the champion. To prove. That was the first thing, first good thing that he did last year. That is, according to me, what I've recorded. Apart from creating, kills, here and there. Those are the things that at least Bosmic tried towards the end of the year. Maybe he had in his manifesto that let me line. Maybe that's what his philosophy, what he wanted. But anyway, all in all, round of applause, Bosmic team. But I believe that maybe today, towards the end of the evening hours, or maybe even up to tomorrow morning, that's when the declaration will be done. And I believe that some of the people they have already been tallying their votes. They already know the number of votes that they have so far collected. So when it comes to voting time this time around, people would be knowing the numbers. Even if for those ones who did not go through, trust me, in the tallying room, they won't be there. They will not step because they know even if I'm to go there, it's a waste of time. They will not. But the people who still have the belief in them, having seen their votes tallying, because you first tally yourself, then before it's taken to the tallying center, you first tally yourself, knowing what you have in your docket. So, Bosmic team, I pray for the best. Obey the person whom you are campaigning for. I pray that she goes through, because I've seen leadership in her. The last time I went to Gulu, and of course, some 2 years, early, it was 2 years ago when I went to Gulu. Of late, I've not been going to Gulu frequently. I met this lady personally. You will know the person, who the person is, through when you at least chatting with the person, you will get to understand who that person is. So Abe, I wish you all the best in that race. May God also give you the mandate to maybe win, so that the next time again we can also rub shoulders. When I come to Gulu, I'll be rubbing shoulders, feeling also big, rubbing shoulders with the division mayor. You understand? Those are just things that they come and they go. But life we still live the same kind of life. That's why Andona 2568, after voting, we should not separate ourselves. We should still come back on the drawing board and become one people, one persons. We should not, the vote should not divide us. So I believe that after this, so many artists will also be coming up. They will also be composing different songs in different angles, talking about politics. But of course, politics is gone. and will be gone not until after 5 years again. That's when we shall be we shall start experiencing such again. The Bobby Wine saga will also come and go. People will live a normal life. Just give it some 2 months. People will still live a normal life. I love the fact that Uganda is a very peaceful country, and the way they treat the citizens. Citizens are the priority of the country, and I love the fact that big up to the, he's still the president. That is the Yoweri Museveni Kaguta, even if he has not yet. But we all know that he's our own savior here in Uganda. A round of applause to you, General himself, General Yoweri Museveni Kaguta, for keeping it intact. You know, the entertainers now, they feel like they have the wings, they feel like they should fly. And I believe that I am cooking and I'm accelerating for the pledge of the 20 billion Uganda shilling for the entertainer. So me as one of the entertainer, I would be really, accelerating, so that when the right time comes, the money pops, then we see how we can, what to do and how the money can generate itself. Yeah, the pledge was given last year. We all know about that, and he said it. And I love the fact that wherever the president says, he always fulfills it. Yeah, he always does that. So we are still waiting for that. Away from that, the Guluk saga is still ongoing, and of course, some of the people are saying that the Slim D bought the award, Numa Award. Numa Award brought a lot of sagas. That award took place. It was on 1st January, and as we speak, we are now finalizing the end of the year. But the things are still, still beating up people. People are still complaining. A lot of people are talking about that award was not really well. What everything. The people who were awarded, they were not given, they were not the right people who were supposed to take the accolade. Then in West Nile, we had the artist of the year in West Nile. We had Lucky D the Boss. That is the male artist of the year. In the whole of West Nile, we had Lucky D the Boss. And then female artist of the year, we only had Maya Keys. In the whole of West Nile region, these are the two people only surfaced in that. And it's a Northern Music Award, Northern Music Award. Only two West Nilers. That is Maya Keys and Lucky D the Boss. I ask myself, are they the only artists here in West Nile generally? Because when you look at West Nile itself, West Nile cuts across Adjumani. West Nile cuts across Adjumani, and when you start counting from Adjumani towards this other side, we have couple of artists, couple of musicians, and these are the guys who are doing good songs. Let me give you the example of the artist that I thought maybe will run a race in that music. Should it be because the reason that's why Maya Keys is Lucky D is dominated because of the spoken language? That's what I don't understand. Then, if it's a spoken language, they should not put it like as if, West Nile. They should put it like the low speaking award. Me, I'm a capital guy. I always speak my mind. They should not put it as generalize it as West Nile. They should put it the Northern Low Speaking Award. Why am I saying that? Because we have so many artists in Madi sub-region, and the spoken language there is Madi. Then here in Lugbara, the guys are singing in Lugbara language. In Koboko, guys are singing in Kakwa. But now you'll find out that only the low-speaking people are the ones who have taken that award. Though there are some guys from Karamoja that I've seen, from Soroti that I've seen, but when you look at Soroti and Karamoja, the language, the spoken language there itself, it does not even come closer, to the low speaking, though they're all in northern Uganda. But me, I believe that as other people have also been saying, so the next time, at least let me say next year, because it's always done every first January, every New Year, 1st January, that's when they always do that. So now, this very coming year, we are talking about 2027. Come 2027, the organizers of this very particular Numa Award, they should sit down on a drawing board. Me inside, we always light up the region and we speak the truth. They should sit up on a drawing board and come up with a strategy. Not only that, the Luo-speaking language artists should be favored. They should also cut across the Lugbara language. They should come down in West Nile. When you're talking about northern Uganda, come down to West Nile, get the music, get the people's view. Yeah? Come to Lugbara land, come to Madi land, do your research. Come to Aluru land, do your research. Apart from Lakidi, apart from Mayakis, we have so many female artists in northern Uganda. I am not against them getting that, but I'm just trying to tell the people, trying to open their mind more broader, so that in the next Numa Award, there are things that are supposed to be considered. They should send their own guys to come down on the ground. I've seen so many award organizers. They end up messing up everything. That's why the guys of Gulu, they're saying it's better the award should stop, because they are not being transparent. You know, being transparent meaning that doing the right thing at the right time. We have seen Bestie Girl. Bestie Girl did a lot of jam, and on that very particular day, me personally, I watched her performance, because it was said that 60%, 40% comes to the 60%, something like that for performance. Then the 40% is the so I saw that thing. The performance that the lady had, she had a very energetic. And when it comes to performance itself, out of 60, she scored 53%. Then out of the kind of percentage, she scored 53 out of 60. So definitely, me myself, when following all these artists, I've seen the person whom the outlet was given to, and the lady who was supposed to, the upcoming talent, of which me personally, if you are to ask me to give the award, I would give it to Bestie Girl. That the fastest rising upcoming artist, I would give it to her. And then when it comes to the general itself, Kamuzu, me myself, if I was supposed to be part of that, trust me, Kamuzu, if only Gulu, yes, Gulu, the general artist in Gulu, and of course Kamuzu had a lot of hits this year. Early last year, he had a lot. But of course, the person who was given is a guy who only did a jam back then in Feb. Yeah, the jam was big, but it was back then in Feb. Kamuzu came with a lot of jam back to back. He was giving us a lot of hits. So if you ask me, I would give you that. That is my own mind. You understand? Because a title to my to whatever I say, and that according to me, not according to the organizers of the event. We have seen so many guys organizing events, and it ends up into chaos. I have never seen any event organized in northern Uganda giving awards to the guys that had not come up with a lot of chaos. Never. It has never happened. So we really need to keep building out of what, we keep on building. You see, the negative bits that people talk about whenever an event is organized, trust me, you should not take it so personal. That is according to me. You should not be taking it so personal, but you take it to build yourself. Take it upon yourself to build yourself, so that the next thing that you're going to organize, it should be something that people will also live to, to appreciate. People will live to appreciate. First of all, talking about, we have seen so many. Even here in Arua, there are some events, there are some awards that people give, they just give, individuals award. Me, I call it individuals award, because they don't follow the right path of giving an award to an artist, or to giving an award to an art. They don't. I remember back then there was some event, award company, I slightly forgotten about the name. They came and they never came back. They came, they did all their manyangas in Arua city here, giving those things, but they never came back. Why? It's because people talked. People talked, and when they sat down, before that, they were backing up, like, giving people, talking to people, telling people whatever people are saying is not the right thing. They were so bitter. But of course, sitting out, when they sat down, they tried analyzing whether what people were saying, they were right. They analyzed. After analyzing, they never came back because so many people were there waiting for them. I am not saying Numa is bad. I believe that he has been there yearly. But of course, there are a lot of mistakes that is being made in that. So it's high time that we should use the mistakes to correct ourselves. Not after somebody says something, you go and you start attacking the person. Instead of taking whatever the person says to build yourself, you end up attacking the person. Then how will you build yourself? You will never build yourself. So for me, the next Numa Award, I'm just telling this to the organizer. The next Numa Award, please, kindly, with a come down to West Nile. West Nile, we have let me talk about the big district. The big district that we have. We have Arua City, we have Madi sub-region, then Aluru sub-region. These are three different places that at least you need to get your guys right on board. They should come down on the ground and get to understand how the music structure of West Nile runs. And don't go to those other, we have guys whom if you make a call, if you ask them, they have their individual people, they have their individual persons, like in forms of arts. They have their individual persons, of which if you are to call them without you coming personally, you the organizer, the team coming personally on the ground, you will never get a clear information here within West Nile. But of course, I will pop on those guys. We have the angry guys around. They will also take that opportunity to mess up all the things. So we really need to be working professionally. Get down on the ground, get some key people who knows music, who knows about West Nile music. From Alurland, get some people, some team there, get some team in Madiland, get some team here in Arua City so that they can break it down. They give you the clear information so that when the time comes or the voting, people should now decide. Because when you put when you put Diwan Gabana, when you put Andona 256, the West Nilers, when you put Asha DMK, maybe Fifi Music, the Light of Silly Bubu, the Destiny Boy, people of Mali, they'll feel that they really need to participate in that. And then trust me, the number of votes that you will receive, the number of votes that you never expected, because they will also get to vote the people of Gulu alongside their own people of Madi. The same applies to the Lubara speaking people. They also do the same. To Alur, there are some Alur art people who do not even know the Gulu people. So that will be the time that they will get back on the drawing board. Then they go to their socials and get to understand what all this is all about. So for the Numa guys, we shall continuously talk until you do the right thing. West Nilers, for us, we are the mouthpiece. We don't get tired, we don't get tired. We shall always be touching on the loopholes, where there's the loopholes, we touch. So keep it up. For me, from me to you, it's just for God and my country. Saj MC remains my name. Take it or leave it, but make sure you take it positively. Don't take it in a negative way. Saj MC, continue watching West Nile TV for all this amazing. The next that will be coming on your screen, it will be the Nilecast, the lady herself, Fiona, will be giving you the news into details. And meanwhile, the guys who are still waiting for news that will be coming out from the tallying room, keep waiting. After voting, you need to keep waiting. Then you protect your vote. They read the vote when you're there. So that you know the right thing before you leave. Saj MC, see you till tomorrow. Same time for the top 20 countdown. Top.